Where are we going, James?
We're going Falkirk.
We're going Falkirk.
We are indeed, and we start, of all places, at Morrison's petrol station.
As you do. In fact, this is the very place we started the last challenge we did together.
It is indeed. So, I've got to say, absolutely nothing to do with the race, but that looks beautiful as a Techno in red with them wheels.
It does. I do like the Techno. And you've got the Ascenta, which is the one we're delivering to a customer tomorrow. And this is going back with me to Orkney. Yeah, don't lean on it. This is going back to Orkney for a customer. It's being delivered next week.
Yeah.
So it was a good chance to do a comparison because they're both 30 kilowatts. So this challenge will prove who is the better driver of a Nissan Leaf.
I've heard it all.
Should we make a start?
Should we get going?
Let's get going.
Let's go.
Right, we're off again, off up to Falkirk. Jonathan's then going off up to Scrabster in the 30 kilowatt Techna. The difference here, joking aside from who's the best driver, is that I'm going to use the Polar network and Jonathan is going to use the Ecotricity network. So that will hopefully make the difference. I know the Polar chargers will give a higher charge rate than the older DBTs, and also I've never as yet found one iced or not working. So hopefully Jonathan's going to come unstuck somewhere. I doubt it though, because CHAdeMO is just widely available on the electric highway, so we'll see. Anyway, let's get going. I'll see you there.
Right, my first stop. James is still getting ready. My first stop is going to be Charnock Richard, which is PR75LR, and it's 113 miles from here. I've got 128 on the gasometer and 100%. 113 miles. It's 8 degrees. I'm going to give it my best shot. I think I can do Charnock Richard. I'll know when I get on the M6 whether it's doable. So that's my plan. I don't know what he's going to do, but let's just see who's going to win out at the first rapid. Catch you later.
Interestingly, Jonathan thinks he's going to Charnock Richard on his first charge. I'm telling you now, that is not going to happen. No chance in the world.
So my technique will be my normal dash, while JP, I'm sure, will be sticking to his normal tortoise mode of travel.
James has just overtaken me in quite a hurry. He's going to regret it. The turtle or the tortoise? Well, the tortoise will win out. Let's hope. Hopefully, I don't see the turtle. So you know, steady away is the name of the game. With 92%, 118 miles, and 101 miles to go. I've got 17 miles in hand. I think I'm going to get to Charnock Richard okay. Let's see how James fares.
Okay, so I've just overtaken JP, and then if I look in the rearview mirror, just about to pull up behind me, I can see his headlights. Oh, he's overtaken me, he's gone to the right of me.
You see, for all your rushing, I'm still behind you. Well, we're level pegging. You see, the hare is rushing.
I nearly got through these traffic lights.
Hey, guess what? I'm in front of you.
How much you got?
Oh, 91%! That's got him worried.
89. He's got 91%, I've got 89. Nah. Still gonna have him.
And a few minutes later, I was at my first charge point.
Okay, I am at a Polar rapid charger in Stoke-on-Trent at a Holiday Inn. Plugged in, everything's groovy. It's at 38%. I got here with about 30 something percent. So I've been doing the 70 mile an hour thing, and I've just had a look where JP is. He's just behind me. So doesn't seem to be working quite as well as I thought. But these charges are rapido, so I'm hoping I'm going to have 15 minutes here max, and then I can just steam straight past. We'll see. He reckons that he's going to Charlotte Richard. That is not happening, and if it does, well, I'll be gobsmacked. I will. Anyway, 40% now, so I'll see you when I leave.
Right, I think I know what James is doing. I think he's shot on ahead. He knows I want to stop at Charlotte Richard. I think he's shot off, and he might be going off the road to a polar charger, because he did hint about that, and I just said that's ridiculous because you've got to leave the M6. But I reckon that's what he's doing. I think he's just charging ahead like a hare. He's going to grab a cheeky rapid and just keep up. We'll see.
Okay. That's it, we're done.
The next stop from here is only 65 miles at the M6, while JP was still heading for his first. And I was about to eat my words. He'd made it to Charlotte Richard services in one hit, so a very well done, John.
So, I've made it to Charlotte Richard. Hey, 112 miles. I was down to 6% 2 miles ago. So I've been on no miles and no percent for the last 3 miles, 2 miles. But was I panicked? Of course not. So I'm going to jump on the rapid, and then after I've been to the little boy's room, I'm then going to see where James is. I've got a feeling he's behind me. I've got a feeling he's had a sneaky charge way before this one. It really is a true tortoise hare type race. So we'll see how we get on. So here we are at Charlotte Richard, and I've been on 28 minutes. I'm still pulling 106 amps and I'm at 78%. No throttling here. So I might stay on till 80%. But it's a great thing about the 30s, as opposed to the brand new Leaf, is that you don't get any throttling. I've got the heater on, keep nice and warm. So yeah, 80%. 98 miles on the gasometer, and I've just gone up 1 notch on the temperature bar. I've reset my trip, so my next stop is going to be T-Bay, which is 63 miles away. So I'm going to finish now and head on up to T-Bay. Hopefully I can get a bit of a head start on James.
However, his snail pace was starting to give me the edge. I was charging quicker and I was moving quicker, and had gone past him by about 15 miles. The connection time here is about 15 seconds, and I managed a free coffee.
Okay, so I am on 84%. The lights have already just gone off. I'm on 84%. It's been on 21 minutes and 7 seconds. Polar ultrachargers are awesome. Never iced, always working, fantastic. So I'm going to give it to, I might let it go to 95%, and then that's it. That's going to take me up to T-Bay. In fact, I'm going to go now. I've got enough to get to T-Bay. T-Bay's only about 60-70 miles, so I might as well. There's no point hanging around. Other good news is Holiday Inn. Just went in to put my reg in, even though you don't have to here. Free cup of coffee. Thumbs up to that. So right, next stop, T-Bay.
I checked JP's location and can see him moving, this time at 70 miles an hour. So again, I wasn't hanging around. So I've Just gone past the sign now for T-Bay services, exactly 9 miles. I've just had a look on Glimpse. In fact, I can see it just there in front of me. JP is about that far behind. So that probably equates to about 5 minutes. He's doing 50 miles an hour now. That's a bit strange because he was doing 65, 70. So that makes me think he's up to something. But I'm going to get into T-Bay first. I'm going to get the free vend and we'll see him there. Okay, just pulled up at T-Bay, got the free vend, which is good. I'm just going to show you where JP is. So if you look there, you should be able to see that. So you should be able to see him moving. So he's going to be here in about 5 minutes. He's doing 46 miles an hour, which tells me he's running very, very low. What I'm going to do now is get the camera kit out of the van and record him arriving at the charger. And probably smirk at him.
So, T-Bay services.
Take the exit.
Cut it a bit fine. I've been on 0% and no miles for the last mile and a half, but it's only a third of the miles to T-Bay services. We're turning off here. I don't know where James is. Obviously I'm not using my phone whilst I'm driving. So is James here or is he not? That is the question. So let's leave it running.
In a quarter of a
See.
mile, your destination will be on the left.
There we are. It's 3:05 Saturday morning. Temperature's dropped because we're up in the Cumbria. It's now 0 degrees. It was 7, 8 at one point, but as we've climbed it's got cooler. So that's probably why my range has gone down a little bit faster than normal. And I was also putting my foot down
Destination is on the left.
because I am quite competitive. And the moment of truth will be now as to whether there's a red leaf sitting on the charger. There is! Oh, flipping heck. How does he do it? Oh. How do you do it?
I tell you what, mate, it ain't warm, is it?
It's really dropped, isn't it?
God, 3 degrees as I pulled in here.
Yeah.
Stroll on. So, whereabouts are you then? Are you first or second or?
I'm well and truly second, mate.
How's that work?
Because
you put in that long shift, didn't you, for that first leg?
put in a long shift, and I've only charged once. How many times have you rapid charged?
3.
3.
This being my third.
That's your third. This is my second.
I know, and you're last.
By how many minutes?
The thing is, mate.
Now, come on. You told me. You said, "Oh, you're only 30 seconds behind me, John."
No, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. I could have been a little bit quicker. I watched you. I was watching you on Glimpse, and I
Yeah.
watched you speed up. And
Yeah.
I saw you doing 70, and I thought,
Yeah.
he's trying to get there before me.
I was trying to beat you.
Yeah.
I was. But then I had to back off. The last 5 miles, I was like, uh-oh. So I backed off and I pulled up to the pump.
With
0%.
no way.
Seriously. I didn't see Mr. Turtle, but he did say 0% on the pump.
That's amazing, because I got here with about, I think, 11.
But you see, you've had one extra rapid.
And I've had the heater on.
I have this leg. Because
It's bloody cold.
what do you call it? Gibbering.
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 Gibbering, right. Let's get in the cars.
There you go, matey.
Oh, thank you very much.
Nearly as hot as your battery. Hey!
Last time you sat here with a hot battery, though, it's even hotter
That's
than
true. It
this.
was a lot hotter than that coffee. See you later.
I'm on 96%, mate, so I'm going to get out of here. So it's been good, good talking to you, and
Yeah.
I'll see you in Falkirk in a couple of hours. A couple of hours behind me. Thanks for the coffee, dude. Right, let's get out of here. Okay, so my plan this time is a very gentle drive, no rush. I want to get to Abingdon. It's 96 miles, it's a bit cold. Let's see. Fingers crossed.
Right, James has been gone about 5 minutes, so I've just jumped on the free rapid. I'm at 97%, 114 miles on the gasometer, and to get to Abingdon it's 93 miles, so I should be fine at 93 miles. Temperature's nice and toasty, but it is 0 degrees outside. So nice steady 54, 55 will bring that battery temperature down. I did really put my foot down on the last leg because I am quite competitive. But I'm going to switch the rapid off and get on my way.
Interestingly, the technique had changed. JP on the left is now doing 70 while I was slipstreaming anything I could find.
Right, I'm trying to get one over on James because, well, he told me he was going to stop at Abington, and I said I was going to stop at Abington, but I stopped early. I've stopped at Gretna because I know from here it's not that far to Falkirk, and so I've just stopped for a quick splash and dash. I think I was still at 70%, more than enough to get to Abington, but I've stopped early, fill up, and then leapfrog James. That's my idea. He's not actually on Glimpse. I reckon he's turned it off, so he doesn't know where I am, and I don't think mine's visible either, so he doesn't know where I am. I don't know, but anyway, it's 98 miles to basically Falkirk, where my customer lives. We're going to get there ridiculously early. What did I say? 98 miles. I've got 87% and 118 miles on the gasometer. So I think I'll give it another 5 minutes and then really put my foot down and get to Falkirk early. I think it's a plan. I think it's going to work. Let's see how we get on.
But John's splash and dash had left me an even bigger gap as I arrived at Abington.
Okay, that's it on charge, 11%, and it's all looking good, so happy days. Let's have a quick look where JP is. Glimpse. JP is, if I don't know if you can see that, so there's JP at the bottom and there's me at the top, and I reckon that's probably about 20 miles. Says he's doing 63 miles an hour. So looking good for me so far. He did stop at Gretna Green and he did a quick splash there. So I thought maybe he was going to fly through Gretna, stay at Gretna, get a full charge and then fly past Abington. But that doesn't seem like the case because he was doing 70 as soon as he left there. So, but as it stands, I think I've got about half an hour on him. So looking good. Anyway, that's that. I'll see you when I leave.
So here we are, turning up at Hamilton Services. I think I've had the jump on James. I think I left him at Abington, and it's just another 22 miles to the customer's address. So I'm just going to have a splash and dash here, because I want to get to this address before he does. It's going to be really, really close. Unless he's at the charger. No, he's not at this one. So we'll see. I've got my suspicions he's going to beat me, but I'm going to do my real hardest to beat him, or be level with him, or draw 2 minutes behind him.
In a quarter
I'd been watching closely on Glimpse, and I'd seen his deceptive plan, so I was off, and I had enough charge for the final leg, so I was now confident I'd have this in the bag. Time for a phone call to give him the good news.
Oh, okay, just time for me to nip to the loo then. Alright, I'll catch you in a minute. Draw, cheers, bye bye bye. Oh! Yeah, is he telling me the truth? I'm sure he is. Let's just have a look on the old Glimpse. Well, where is he? Hey? He's all the way down there. According to this, he's miles away. 3 or 4 minutes. Oh, no, he is. Oh, it's just updated. Oh, no. That's where he is. And he's doing 74 miles an hour. Alright, I'm going to nip to the loo. Oh, no, he's not. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to nip to the loo. And get on with it.
And that is the face of realisation, which ultimately led to this. Not to be beaten, JP had unplugged after only 6 minutes, as I was driving straight past. There was now only 25 miles in it. Well, there was for me anyway.
Okay, good news. I'm in Falkirk. I'm in front of JP by about 15 minutes, which is tip top. And now I can't go to the guy's house because the guy's not going to have the car at 7:15 in the morning. It's unfortunately all happened a bit quick. We've got here a lot quicker than we thought we would. We weren't expecting to be here till 10 in the morning. It's 7:15. So I'm probably going to go and find a charger to pop this on near a McDonald's. McDonald's breakfast does sound nice. So I'll speak to JP, see what he wants to do. But anyway, we're done. So that's good. See what JP has to say about it.
So here we have the Park of Shame. We've got all these workmen coming into this very fine eatery, Old Inns Cafe, Cumbernauld, serving breakfast delicacies and tea and coffees next to the service station here, with me plugged in. So you can imagine I've heard a lot of laughter, and I've just stayed in the car and smiled politely. Don't think I've done much for the cause of EV take-up, have I, in Cumbernauld this morning. Anyway, on a brighter note, let me just put my tea down so I don't scald myself. I've been plugged in here for about 30 minutes, and it must be because the car's nice and toasty, but it's woke up. I'm already up to 13%, so I've got more than enough to do the next 6 miles to get to the nearest rapid. So I might just finish my tea and then I'll be on my way. So it's not been that bad, just embarrassing. And well done, James.
I know that I shouldn't laugh, but Jonathan has just told me that he unplugged too early at the last charger, and now he's got his granny cable hanging out of somebody's window. Let's have a look where he is. So if I go on to Glimpse, I'm here. I'm around the corner. I couldn't obviously go to the guy's house, so I'm there. Is that going? No, there we go. So I'm there, and Jonathan. No, that's me, and that's Jonathan. So he's so close. but now he's going to have to sit probably for the best part of an hour on the granny cable because an error of judgment. But never mind, that is the way it goes sometimes. So I'm outside Greg's, just waiting for them to open. I'm going to get a cup of tea and something nice to eat. So,
However, all racing aside, JP had handed over the Leaf to the new customer, who was very happy. Now he wanted to explain the reasons behind his second place finish.
Well, James, well done, mate. I think you beat me fair and square.
I think I did. I did.
The egg cob was nice.
Yeah,
The tea.
oh,
The
okay.
egg cob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Nice people.
Yeah.
I did tip him heavily. Well, £3.
£3.
The manager was really
Is that heavy
nice.
up here in Scotland? Is it?
I think it is.
£3 heavy.
So yeah, interesting run.
Excuses apparently.
Oh no,
Let me
just
step aside.
just a reason. A
Okay.
reason why. So identical 30 kilowatt Leaf,
Yep.
except mine's is Tecna,
Yep.
with the low profile tyres. So there's more of a
How come this
footprint.
is a problem now and it wasn't a problem at the beginning?
There's more of a footprint, so there's more grip, which means there's more drag. Right? So that's the
okay,
first
yeah.
thing.
Rolling resistance.
Rolling resistance, yes. That's not much fun. And look at this.
Right.
I've moved somebody's garden. You know.
Oh my word.
After this, it was a quick dash to Kinross Park and Ride for my lift home. Partly in this beautiful 100D Model X, which was being used predominantly as a van to ferry around very expensive wheels. I said a quick goodbye to JP, who was now heading up to Scrabster for his final leg. And then off to Edinburgh Service Centre for this. This is John's second Tesla, and I have to say, it's absolutely beautiful. I'm not at all jealous, but the journey home was painless. A huge thanks to John for this, and a huge thanks for letting me drive. The truth is, we both set out to use different charging networks, and that's very difficult over long distances. However, again, this being over 40 journeys for Jonathan, and my 14th, had absolutely no issues with either Ecotricity, Polar or CYC, so it's fair to say, for the most part, it's a pretty good network.